Hi everyone, it's Mitch from SportsChatPlace.com. It is Saturday, March the 2nd, 2019, here with your free live show. Of course, we're here live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Of course, our best bets always over at SportsChatExperts.com as well as PicksandParlays.net. It is free for all Saturday. That means all the questions come from you guys. Take them really from our Facebook group and from our YouTube page. So if you have questions on today's games, that's the place to ask them is on our YouTube channel as well as in our Facebook group. Of course, I do at least 3 free picks every single day. I do way more than that almost every single day, and coming off a pretty good day yesterday. So let's see if we can continue it rolling. Of course, you can use this discount code right here. It's March 15. Get 15% off all of your purchases at Sports Chat Experts. If you want to ask about a game, this is the format to use. So please do that. We'll get to as many as we possibly can, and you guys know I don't care on free for all Saturdays if it's a premium pick, not a premium pick, whatever. It's just today is all about the games that you guys want to see and you guys want. Make sure you just format them in the prescribed format as it helps. And of course, be sure to hit that thumbs up. It takes you about a half second. Helps us an absolute ton. See what we got. Of course, we give everybody just a couple minutes to join us. It's something that we do every day. I know some people complain. They say, "Man, just get to the picks already." I would like to, but I think it's more fair to give everybody a chance. This way, they don't come on, "Hey, what did I miss? What did I miss?" Right? I mean, we go through the same things every day. We do the best that we can to try and avoid this, some of the issues that we have. In the meantime, let's see what we had. No, that's not yesterday. This is yesterday. We had the Bucks minus 4.5. Let's see how these did. We had the Milwaukee Bucks minus 4.5. I don't even remember yesterday. That's how dialed in I get on each day. We had, let's see, the Bucks minus 4.5. Winner. Celtics minus 8.5. Winner. Suns plus 5.5. Nope. 2-1. Quinnipiac minus 1. They won. Monmouth plus 1. They won. So 1, 2, 3, 4-1. And then our last pick was Siena. I'm not sure how they did. Let's take a quick look. They shit the bed for us. So we went 4-2 yesterday. It's okay on our free picks on the show. Of course, we do at least 3 free picks every single day. Our best bet's always over at SportsChatExperts.com. I rarely recap that stuff. Normally we talk about stuff that's going on. No Grateful Dead shirt today. What are you guys talking about? I got the Grateful Dead shirt on. It's just a little different here. We'll move this over. Look, see? Grateful Dead. Got the. What does that mean? Oh well. Usually try and wear the Grateful Dead shirts on Saturday. They usually bring us good luck. Not that we're superstitious, but we're just a little superstitious, right? But of course, if you have questions on today's game, the way to format these is Team A versus Team B with the point spread. Of course, if you want our best bets, SportsChatExperts.com as well as Picks and Parlays. Use the code MARCH15. Get 15% off all of your picks today at SportsChatExperts and PicksandParlays.net. I got a ton of picks today, I'll tell you that much. I got an absolute ton. Let's see, got about 10 more seconds and we'll get rolling. See a lot of questions here. See if we got a lot of the being superstitious is not bad luck. Not if it's good luck. All right, we'll get rolling here. First one that I see on the board that's a repeat question. This is the first one I'll take. It's oh no, it's actually not the same. Wow. Kansas versus Oklahoma State. What the hell? Oklahoma State is getting 6.5 in this one. Oklahoma State's been absolutely hideous this season. Just absolutely terrible. The line's dropped from 7 to 6.5, though. Kansas just 2-7 on the road this season. 2-7 against the number. It is March, though, and we know that when it comes to March, Kansas a pretty tough customer. I'll take Kansas as the road favorite here. I'm going to lay 6.5 with the Jayhawks. That'll be our first pick for today's show. Of course, we do at least 3 free picks every single day. Our best bets always over at sportschatexperts.com and picksandparlays.net. You can use the code March15 and get 15% off all of your purchases today at either Sports Chat Experts or picksandparlays.net. Guys know I've been sick for about 7 years, but actually I had surgery about a month ago. And welcome Teresa O'Mara, first time on a live show. But yeah, I've been sick for about 6 or 7 years, and then I got surgery about a little less than a month ago, about 3 weeks ago and change. And yesterday was my first time back in the ocean. I didn't go surfing, but what happened was I was at the beach with Sam. I threw the ball too far out there. I have one of those ball throws. I can't throw it that far out there, but Sam, he can go way the hell out there. But I have one of those things, those chuck-its, and I chucked it way the hell out there. And a wave took it and pushed it really far out, and Sam couldn't even find the damn thing. So I ended up having to go in the water and swim out after it, and Sam came with me. Of course, he beat me to the ball once he finally saw where it was, and by then we were like in the middle of the ocean. But it was fun to get back in the water, and hopefully I'll be back on the surfboard in the next couple of days if we can get some waves to cooperate. But let's get back on some picks here. Let's take a look at what people want to see. Of course, one per person, so try and keep it within reason. Golden State -5 versus the Sixers. We'll go to this one in the NBA. And when I went to bed, there was no line on this game. But Philly getting 5 points at home in this one. 24-8 at home this season. The Warriors just 20-11 on the road. 14-17 against the number and 2-8 against the spread in their last 10. These are two teams that have not played well in their recent games. The Warriors losing outright at Miami and Orlando. Of course, they also had a loss at Houston. They've lost outright 3 of their last 4 games. Meanwhile, the Sixers winning 2 road games at Oklahoma City and New Orleans. I'll take the road dog here. I'll take the Sixers plus the 5 points. And that'll be our second pick for today's show. I always say at least 3 free picks, but I think that's a kind of, at this point, it doesn't really matter, right? Because we always do way more than 3 picks. But, of course, the blue shirt on the dog of the day was the double bubble shirt. Double bubble bubble gum. Priest Adams doesn't understand the format of the questions. It's right there. Joe Finney, Syracuse, Wake Forest, over under 136.5. Let's take a look there. Syracuse Wake, I'm seeing 137.5 in this one. I don't know, though. I think that this game is going to probably be lower scoring than that. And I know both these teams score. Boy, it looks right on the number, doesn't it? Wake's defense is so bad. So bad. 140. I like the over in this one. It's a lean at best, but I'll take the over in Syracuse Wake Forest at 136.5. think it's even 137.5. I like it there too. Anyways, it's our third free pick of today's show. We do at least 3 free picks every single day. Normally we do about 5 times, or we normally do at least triple that amount. So just today is free for all Saturday, meaning all of the questions come from you guys. If you're watching us live or on the replay, if you could just hit the thumbs up, greatly, greatly appreciated. Another one I'm seeing a lot of questions on. We got LSU and Alabama. See, this is probably the most popular pick here. I like LSU minus the points here against Alabama. I know that road favorites have been death this past week. Absolutely horrible in most cases. But LSU has a ton to play for here, and they are the better team. So, I'll take LSU and I'll lay the 2 points in this game. I think that they handle Alabama in this one. I think, when we saw over the past week, a lot of the joy, the fire of the home crowd, and 70% of home teams win in college basketball. But I think in March, the cream rises to the top. These teams have a lot to play for. When we look at the projected brackets, which is going to change a lot, over the next couple of weeks, as with conference tournaments starting on Monday, and then with that last week of the regular season in college basketball, and then the conference tournaments the final week, a lot is going to change. But there are certain teams that, like LSU, that are firmly in. Alabama is in as well as an 11 seed. Meanwhile, LSU just has a lot to play for at this point. They're looking at a 4 seed. If they lose out a couple games, they could drop to a 5 or 6 easily. The SEC, Tennessee and Kentucky have had pretty strong years. LSU has had a pretty good run as well. But the better teams rise to the top. I'll take LSU here minus the 2 points, and that'll be my fourth pick for today's show. Of course, I do at least 3 free picks every single day. Our best bets always over at Sports Chat Experts, as well as picksandparlays.net. You can use the discount code right here, March 15, get 15% off. If you have a question on the game for today, just use this format. It is free for all Saturday, so all of the questions come from you guys, regardless if they're premium picks, not premium picks, if they're, I just have an opinion, whatever the case may be. No bracket this year for the group. I have no idea what that means. No idea what that means. Virginia, whatever that means. Memphis versus Cincinnati. I like Memphis in this one, plus the 9 points against Cincinnati. Look at the way that Cincinnati has played recently. Mick Cronin just coaching his team right out of the games in most of these games. So I think 9 points just a little bit too much. Mick Cronin, they're winning games, but they're certainly not covering. Yeah, if you have questions and you're watching us in a place other than our YouTube channel or our Facebook group, I suggest you join our Facebook group or watch it on our YouTube channel so I can take your questions. Go to Iowa State versus Texas. This is a really, really tough one. And, Iowa State has been one of the more resilient teams in college basketball this season. It seems that they were overrated for a little while, and it's like they never seem to be in the right place. But one thing that we've seen from the Longhorns, one thing we know about Shaka Smart is you don't bet against Shaka Smart in March. It is a bad idea. I know he doesn't win all the games. He usually even when he goes out, he usually goes out on a cover. And one thing over the years, one strategy that's worked extremely well for us is you don't bet against Shaka Smart in March. I'm going to take Texas. I'm not even going to look at the numbers and dig deep in. I do not have a premium pick on this game. But I do. I have said this many years in a row in my old videos. Plus, we've been doing the live show. This is our third March doing March Madness and with the live show. So we started the live show in February 2 years ago. So that would make this our third March. And we say it all the time on this show. You don't bet against Shaka Smart in March. It's a bad idea. This guy he's Texas is kind of up and down. I mean, most normal coaches, they make as much money as Shaka Smart does. He's 15-13. You'd be hearing about him possibly getting fired. Shaka Smart, this is when he earns that paycheck, is every March. We'll take the Texas Longhorns here in a pick 'em. Yeah, well, I mean, the tournament hasn't started yet, so we have 2 weeks to get a bracket together for the group. I mean, I don't even see you in the group. I see you on the YouTube page. But anyways, we'll go to the Facebook group once again, see what we got going on over here. If you ask the question twice, that means we're not going to answer it. It's one per person. So we'll go back here. Perry McNeil's asking 3 different games. I have no idea. We're not going to do any of them then. Michigan State minus 6.5 against Indiana. I like Sparty here. Michigan State minus 6.5. Revenge from that first meeting in East Lansing where Michigan State just played terrible. Indiana's been so hot and cold all season long. It seems the only time they ever cover is through the back door when they're losing. They pull off some surprising games here and there, but for the most part, it's been a surprisingly bad season in Indiana and Archie Miller. Meanwhile, Michigan State, it's tough to beat a Tom Izzo team twice in one season. I don't think that Indiana's got what it takes to do that. I think Michigan State goes in here, and I think they play one of their best games of the year. I think they pound Indiana. We'll take Sparty minus 6.5. That's our 7th pick for today's show. Of course, we do at least 3 free picks. We recap all the games at the end, so no reason to write a book here. Let's see. Let's do another NBA. The Bucks versus the Jazz. This is a good one. We got 2 pretty strong contenders here in the NBA this season. Let's see. We got 2 pretty strong contenders in the NBA. And what's going on? So the Jazz are laying 4 at home in this one, with 16-13 against the spread at home this season. The Bucks 19-11 against the number on the road this season. Look at the injury list. This is super important for games like this. Looks like Ricky Rubio is probable in this one for the Jazz. The thing is, I just really like the way the Bucks are playing. I like the way the Jazz are playing too. This is a pretty tough one. But the Bucks 1-15 against the spread in their last 16 games. In Utah, 7-25 against the spread in their last 32 against the Jazz. Trends are made to be broken. And I think this is going to be one of them, because when you lose that many times and don't cover the spread that many times, and then you have a team to do it, it's kind of like what the Clippers did to the Lakers the last few years when the Lakers were really bad. It was kind of like they took out all their frustration on them. I think that we're going to see the Bucks take out some frustration here. We're getting 4 points with the best team in the East. I think the Bucks plus the 4 against the Jazz. That's our 8th pick for today's show. We're really rolling through a lot of picks here. Of course, we do at least 3 free picks every single day. Our best bet's always over at sportschatexperts.com. I like Penn State plus the 6.5 against Wisconsin. I just think the game is closer than that. Let's see what else we got. Just taking some quick hitters from everybody here. Oklahoma minus 11 versus West Virginia. That is a ton of points, and there's no cakewalks against Bob Huggins teams. But the thing about this one is, at home, Oklahoma might be a little bit too much. Let's take a quick look at this one. That is a ton of points, and it's definitely a game that I know I looked at last night when I was going through all of my picks. But it didn't make my premium pick. So I need to get a quick recap as to why that didn't happen. I see this one at 10, actually, and not 11. And I'm showing that, Oklahoma, 8-5 against the number at home, while West Virginia, 3-5 against the number on the road. 0-8 straight up for West Virginia. Like I said, it's getting to be that time of the season, and I just think that Oklahoma has so much to play for. This is a team that most people that do the bracket type stuff, they see Oklahoma squarely in the field. I've kind of been against that thought process, which usually means that they're probably a lot better than I think they are. I'm going to take. We're not elaborate on the dog of the day. No. How about no? What kind of elaborate on it? Yeah. Mitch is known for elaborating. It's like, what kind of shit is that? Anyways, I'll take Oklahoma. I'll lay the 10 points. Someone asked me to elaborate. I couldn't even spell that word. It's like I had to read it. Funny. Vermont -8 versus Stony Brook. Vermont has not been as good against the spread recently. We rode them to that 17-5 number against the spread earlier this season, but I believe it's been about 3 in a row now that they've dropped. Let's see. Yeah, they're now 17-8 against the number this season. I think it's time to get back on the Catamounts. We'll take them. Credit for the effort and creativity. Do one more pick. We've done a ton. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We'll make it an even dozen. We'll do one more. Let's see what's the most popular one out there. If there's not a most popular one, I'm going to pick one. If there's only one on a bunch of them, which it looks like there is. Let's see. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up. Of course, costs you nothing. Takes 1 second or half a second of your time. Helps us a ton. Keeps this show free and keeps me giving more picks each and every day and each and every week. Which is very lame. Thanks. Appreciate it. Thank you for the kind words. All right, I don't see anything that everybody is asking about the same game over and over again, so I'll just pick one. Oh, man, if I had my sheet from last night, I know there was a few games that I liked, and then I did not give them out as premium picks. One of them was that pick that I gave out in the parlay with Craig, but I know I have other ones as well. Let me just browse through this real quickly and see if I could find one of these. There's also plenty of games later on, so I could always come back and do a show later on tonight as well. Let's see what we got. There's so many good early games today. It seems that the late games are just not as good today. Not as much quality. It seems right out of the gate we get a lot of quality, but after that, not a ton. But trying to rewind back to maybe one of these picks that I was going to give as a premium pick and I didn't. But I don't see too many of those. I like Villanova -8 against Butler. I'll just throw it out there. I can't think of anything else to give here. So I said I would give a pick, so I'm going to. So I'll take Villanova -8 against Butler. I like the way Villanova played last time out. I don't think they deserve the cover. I got roasted twice on missed free throws in the last 3 days or something, and that's going to happen, over the course of betting. Hopefully, you hope that these things even out and they go in your favor. I always remember the ones that burned me more than the ones that helped me, right? And Marquette missed the free throws, then they fouled, and Villanova made the free throws, and we ended up not covering. And then last night, Buffalo, the guy misses 2 free throws. I don't know, man. That's why they call betting. That's why I rarely get emotional during the games, but last night I think my wife was just I think she had to go in the other room because I said the F word about 50 times. when the guy from Buffalo missed the free throws. But anyways, it's going to wrap up today's show. You guys can hit the thumbs up button. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps us a ton. I ordered the t-shirts yesterday, so those will be in a little bit, and I will go through the process as to how we're going to give those out. Of course, they're all going to be 100% free. I will say one thing, that the t-shirts will go to the premium members who buy monthly or yearly packages first. And then it will go to people and people at Sports Chat Experts who have purchased in that same price range. The t-shirts will go to those people first, and then all the rest of them will go to everybody else. And but it'll definitely go in that order. So anyways, we'll go through that. We should have a lot more information in the near future. Ed Pincus wants to know why any asshat would hit the thumbs down. I'll answer that before we get to our recap, but here's the picks that we had today. Someone has to go. But anyways, Ed, the reason why they hit the thumbs down is because they show up just to hate me. And the thing is that they show up to hate me. The crazy thing about it is that they must hit the notifications to know that I'm live. They hit the notifications to know that I'm live, but just to show up, just to hit the thumbs down. I think a lot of it has to do with their own failures in life. You know, that they think that they should be the one on here giving out the picks, or they should be the one that everyone should be listening to, or something like that. And you know, if they should be, like I say every single day, you know, when I hear this stuff, I encourage them to do it. I encourage them to either have a YouTube channel where they give out picks, or start a website where they give out picks, or a Facebook group that they give out picks. So all those different things, I think, you know, are all things that I encourage them to do. So instead of, like, you know, setting your notifications to hit the thumbs down, which you can still do, I don't care, because, you know, your viewing of the video and all that stuff, it helps us just the same. You know, whether you hit the thumbs up or hit the thumbs down. Thumbs up is just a more public thing, and it's kind of like it helps us in our rankings in YouTube. But you know, you're viewing the video as, you know, all our advertisers and everything. So it's like by you coming to the video and hitting the notifications, it supports the site in a big way, and we really appreciate you know, hitting the notification, having the notifications and subscribing to our channel, just so you can come by and hit the thumbs down every day, because it helps us, you know, just as much as the people that don't hit anything. But I encourage you to have a YouTube channel, to have a you know, set up a website, you know, to do any of those things. You know, do it all, man. That's how I started. I typed into Google, how do I start a website, right? And, you know, all the things. The premium area, I'm not a scammer. The premium area came from the members asking me to create an area to put my best bets each day. That's how that happened. All the things that have happened at the site, outside of starting the website and writing free pick articles, everything except starting the website, writing free pick articles, and doing a video every day, everything else has come from the suggestions of our audience, and not just one person, but from the bulk of the people. Anyways, what everyone also suggests that I do is recap all of my picks at the end of each show, and that's what I'm going to do right here. We took Kansas -6.5 against Oklahoma State. Boy, Oklahoma State is lousy. We took the Philadelphia 76ers +5 against a Warriors team that is absolutely struggling. We took the over 137.5 in the Syracuse-Wake Forest game. I don't know. This one, we could have tossed a coin if it came up the other way. I probably would have taken the under, but I'm going to take the over. We took LSU -2 against Alabama. We don't love road favorites this time of year, but LSU just far the better team. We took Memphis +9 against Cincinnati. I don't know if they win that game, but Cincinnati's a 2-3 point win team these days. Mick Cronin, you know, the Bearcats up by 12. It gets into what Craig Trapp calls those coachable minutes of the basketball game, the last 2-3 minutes of a basketball game when the guy's really coaching. And the more Mick Cronin coaches, the more points the other team scores, the closer the games get, and the more that the Bearcats don't cover. So we'll take Memphis +9. We took Texas in a pick'em. We don't bet against Shaka Smart in March. Michigan State -6.5 in the revenge game at Indiana. We took the Milwaukee Bucks +4 against the Utah Jazz. We heard some amazing trends in this one. The Bucks have covered only one time in the last 17 trips to Utah and 5 times in the last 32 games against the Jazz. I think the Bucks stop here. Penn State plus 6.5 against Wisconsin. This Penn State team is just giving teams fits all season long. Oklahoma minus 10 against West Virginia. We've seen Bob Huggins' Mountaineers outmanned all season long, standing up to be counted at home. A little bit of a taller order on the road here against an Oklahoma team that, I mean, some people don't feel deserve to be in the tournament, but they're gonna be there. Vermont minus 8. We're back on the Catamounts. 17-8 against the number this season. We rode them to that 17-5 mark. We've been a little lukewarm on them. They haven't covered in the last 3. That's because the public jumped on board. Just when the public jumps on board, now that they've been soured on them a little bit, losing those 3 against the spread, time to get back on board with the Catamounts. Villanova minus 8. March has been Jay Wright's time of year. Last year's national champions a couple years back. Remember to hit that thumbs up. It's greatly appreciated. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Take advantage of the 15% off at sportschatexperts.com and picksandparlays.net. I'll see you guys maybe later on tonight, so make sure you hit those notifications on the YouTube channel in case I do come back live. Hopefully I will. There's a lot of games tonight, but most of the really good games I think are earlier today. But I'll see what happens. If I have time, I will come back on, and maybe I'll be somewhere with Sam or something, and we'll come back on live. But anyways, this is Mitch. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. I know you guys have a lot of options when it comes to video, when it comes to free picks, when it comes to live shows. I'm just glad that you guys still keep me in the loop after all these years. Have a great day, everyone. Hopefully I'll see you later. If not, I'll see you tomorrow morning.